Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. This is December the 7th of 2025, and amazingly, it's not snowing and or raining. So we're back on the big build here. We're building these trusses, and I managed to get this here truss stood up the other day in amongst the snow, and what I did was, well, I shut it down because I wasn't working in the snow. I do have to nail these plates up from this side, all of these plates, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. Oh, and there I knocked down my camera mount. Lucky there's no camera on it. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and get these plates nailed up. All right, there we're lined up, and I'm just going to start scooting this truss over. I've got nail markers in the plates there to indicate the 4 feet away from that other truss. So let's get on her while we're not quite wet enough yet. Not too far. Oh, way too far. Well, we'll call that close enough. So, okay, everybody gather around and put your backs into it. Pick this up. On then. I didn't get my hammer, of course. But I did nail this up, prepping for a brace. Boy, this is a nice view after, I don't know, 10 days of straight rain or snow or combination thereof. So yeah, nice sunny day here. Except in my environment here, the sun doesn't really get up behind me past the peak of the trees, mountains. And so my yard just almost until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 1 o'clock is going to be in the shade, and then I'll get an hour maybe of sun at this time of year. But whatever, let's concentrate on the job at hand. I'm just about done nailing, so I'll just nail that plate on number 3 here, and then we'll stand it up. Well, it'd sure be nice to have an air gun, but I just don't have one, so this is what I'm living with. Okay, so now I'm just going to pull it up and over and get it closer to this other truss and stand it up. Yeah, these are all that heavy. So we'll just get up there. Start at number 4. There. Okay, and I do have to go around and throw a bunch of nails in all these plates. And then we'll get on that number 4 truss. It's going to have a little bit of a difference to it, but not much. Okay, we'll bring you back when we get all our nailing done. So back down on the ground, and I just thought I would show off what I've eventually figured out over the span of my lifetime, cutting repetitive angles. I finally bought a couple of these little widgets. You screw them to your square at your appropriate pitch, a 5/12, 4/12, 6/12, whatever you're doing. I'm doing a 5/12, so, and yeah, you just nest it in there and draw your line. You got, that's going to be the same as this next one. Well, here it is the next day. It was a nice sunny day there yesterday, but today is not going to be quite so sunny. In fact, we got a massive dump of snow overnight. And so yeah, I got to finish this last truss, number 5. So let's go upstairs and take a look at what we got. First thing, I guess we're going to have to get our snow shovel out and clean the slop off these steps. And yeah, it's an inch deep of slush up here. So anyway, to start with, I'm just going to point out this is number 4 truss that we're looking at, and right here I've got a pocket in the in that plate there, and that's to accept a 2x6 ridge board for 2 trusses to carry the fascia board. I just put a short piece of scrap in there so you get the idea. It's just going to be a board that spans 2 trusses and extends 2 feet out past number 5 truss, of which is not in place yet, but we got to build it. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and build number 5 and get these moved into position. I'm going to have to shovel a little bit of snow though, or slop or slush. Look at how deep that is. Gross. Well, this morning I managed to frame up or jig up this number 5 truss, and I do have this pocket up here cut out for the spine to go through, or the ridge board to go through. But before I got there, I framed up this triangular brace in place, so when I stood it up this way, that would tag the floor and it would hold it upright, and then I just dragged the whole thing one end at a time this way. And yeah, we're working things out. Not too bad, we haven't lost it yet. Looking over the edge on the one end of the truss system, it's about 2 or 3 inches away from the edge. And I don't know if you can pick that up with the camera there, but there's a spike marking the edge where this truss here should be, just tagging the edge of that spike. Same thing on the other end. To keep the truss from going all the way over there into the trees, I do have an upright support brace with a block, and it is actually screwed to the truss, and I got it screwed right back to the very first truss back there, or like attached to it. So the truss at this time will not fall either one way or another. It is not necessarily square yet, but we'll work at that. Oh, hard hat area. Okay, that screw is not going to come out. Well, neither is that one, so those two screws are garbage, so we'll just have to tap them out of there, pry them out. Might need a bigger hammer. Okay, that's taken down. Now we can work at squaring up this truss and then work on other two inward to their location. Well, that's going to be the end of the day for me. Started out damp, but well, still damp, but it's not actually raining right now. It's like mid-afternoon, 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. But managed to get all these 5 trusses spread out, and even got the mystery ridge board up there. We'll take a little walk over there and just take a close-up. Okay, as you can see along the this end here, it's nested into the into its little pocket there. This plate is full, so it just butts up against it, and that one is cut throughout. And as you can see, the ridge board goes across from one truss to the other to carry the load to the very tip there, and I even got a hanger, metal hanger put on there to accommodate the 2x4 fascia that I'm going to put on. So it's only going to have a fascia on the one half over the stairs. I'm not going to bother with it at this point in time. Okay, we're going to just gather up our tools and call her a day, and maybe get back on this in the morning. Lots of work left to do. Look at Luna up there. She hasn't figured out it's quitting time, but she will eventually, I guess. It's a good time to take a break from the action. It's not actually raining or snowing, and I'm just standing down here on the bottom of the yard here, looking up at the roof, and it's going to come along pretty nicely there. It's going to be a pretty good addition to the house. As you can see underneath there, I got room for a carport there, and that's the axe throwing alley and the outdoor kitchen coming in. Just one step at a time, but it's it's coming to shape anyway. Okay, moving into the world of sketchiness. We're going to set this adjustable ladder up on the steps there, and I'm going to climb that. It's hard to see, but there's a screw up there, so I'm going to have to climb this ladder and and drive that screw in. Hopefully nothing is going to happen here. At least it'll be recorded live. Well, it's not really live, but you know what I mean. Okay, that's in there. Now I got this here board, and I'm just going to slide over. While I'm at it, I might as well put another screw in this board, and that'll be anchored, and I can get away from the real sketchiness here. Okay, we got that done, and we're still walking around, standing and breathing. Thank goodness. Okay, let's get that ladder out of there and move on over and do some spacing on the other trusses. I can safely drive this screw in on the third or the second truss because it's kind of locked into position. It ain't moving. Okay, I don't know what it looks like for you guys, but seems to me it's leaning that way, but we'll find out when we get to the other one. Well, yesterday I left things because it just started raining a little bit too much, but I was at a problem. These two trusses seem like they're leaning in, and that's exactly what was happening. And my mistake in all that was initially, that's number one over there. And that's where I anchored it down to be vertical and squared off and then measure out from there. But in my rookie mistake, because I had to put my ladder up there to anchor in that fascia, well, it's a temporary fascia board, and I screwed it down from there, and then because I was there, I just worked my way back, and then I'm actually anchoring these at a place in relationship to that number one. So I've got this board attached to these three members, but it's loosened off of the rest of them, and see, I can just push that over and try to establish the proper measure. Which is going to be about there. It's a little bit too far. It's a 1/4 inch out. But there, you can see that it's standing up pretty square in relationship to the other 3. So I'm going to go ahead and finish anchoring them down in the proper placements, and then we'll continue with the strapping coming down this side. Well, that's going to be a wrap on this project for now. I thought I had a few extra pieces of strapping to put down this whole one side, but apparently I'm short. As usual, I always end up not really calculating the amount of material I need because, well, there's no engineering plans, there's no blueprints or anything. It's just all put things together out of my head. And so now I can tally it up and see how many more pieces of strapping I need, and then we'll think about some steel to put on top here. But anyway, that's going to be it for me today. And it's the one day, or one of the few days, that it's not raining or snowing. There's a view from the ground of what it looks like. It's kind of squared off and everything. Luna approved. She's up there giving the last survey of the situation. Isn't that right, Luna? It's all right? Everything's okay up there? So anyway, that's it for us on this project for a while. I'm going to have to put that order into the mill and get some more pieces brought home, and then we'll finish it up and get some steel. So from here, I'm going to get back on to some Caterpillar projects. I got some parts that's coming in, so we're going to start getting back on our loader, the 922, and yeah, we'll see you later. Bye for now.